Lady Love brings the heat to them. Lady
Lady
Love
Love.
heat. Lady
Lady
Love
Love.
heat. Lady
Lady
Love heat.
Love.
And
And
Hitman
Hitman
E
E bring
brings
the
the
heat
heat
to
to them.
them.
Hitman
Hitman.
E. Hitman
Hitman.
E.
Lady Love and Hitman E. Welcome, 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 you guys. You are watching the Lady Love and Hitman E Underground Music Review Show on WJZZ Cool TV. Streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and any other top social media platforms you can get your hands on. Thank you guys for tuning in to the coolest radio station in the world.
Straight
And where?
out of what?
Detroit.
Michigan, the home of Motown, the Renaissance Center. You got the Tiger Stadium. You got Caesars Arena, Ford Field. You name it, we are here.
The Fox Theater.
You know what's back in the day was Cobo Hall, the big Cobo. Remember Cobo?
What is it now?
I don't think you ever really
I've been to
experienced.
Cobo Hall for like the auto show.
So yeah, right. But
But what is it now? It's called something else.
it's called something else. I really haven't got hip to the new, but I know Cobo. I know Joe Louis Arena with the fists. You know, this is where we at. This is our hometown, and we are loving it here.
Happy to have you guys here as well.
Yes.
Thank y'all for tuning in, family.
You know what, Hitmany, I have to tell the team about what's coming up next.
Oh, we always gotta tell them what's coming up next.
It's so much coming up. It is so much coming up, y'all. So listen. What a wonderful experience with the Satin Dow Review show. Give it up for the Satin Dow Review.
Yeah.
Give it up for the preservation of jazz. Give it up for remembering how to remember jazz. We got to remember how to remember it by doing it, by singing it, by bringing it back and bringing it in for everyone to love it, right? You know, it's a pivotal moment when you can understand how amazing the men and women of our city are, how amazing they are. We have Sarah Vaughan, we have Lena Horne, we have Nancy Wilson, we have Carmen McRae, we have Billie Holiday, we have Ella Fitzgerald, we have Bessie Smith, we have Nina Simone, we have Dinah Washington. Do you hear what I am saying? And our show is sold out on November 21st. It is sold out.
Dang, nobody can't get no more tickets.
Can't nobody get. Now, if you connect with one of the Satin Dolls, you will be able to get tickets. You might be able to grab something, but I don't know because Monday is the show. So
I can stand up in the audience.
So, I mean, we're going to have vendors, food, fun, and a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful show. Our host is Mike Bonner. We have Gerard Gibbs. We have Ibrahim Jones. We have Jimmy Blues. I mean, just the list goes on. Terrence Neal on drums.
It's a
spectacular show. So it's awesome to be a part of that. And I actually, your Lady Love plays Carmen McRae, and I'm elated.
Carmen McRae.
Yes, I am elated. But this show is it's a spectacular review. It preserves the women of jazz. And then we'll be having the men of jazz, so that's coming up soon. Coming up very, very soon. Definitely. Also, we have our DRM.
Let's save some.
Okay.
I don't want to give them all the tea at once. We can get into some of the music first.
Boo!
You want to give them all the tea right now?
Okay.
All of it.
Okay, fine.
We're going to start off with a very, very calm, soothing song from Jacobin, and we're going to be right back at y'all with those.
We'll be right back. The what?
I feel like this one would have the right space now.
You were perfect. You know, I had to come back and beat up on you. It would be me if I didn't. You know, I had to find something.
Nah, ridiculous.
Yeah. So. Oh, this is changing me. I remember it though.
You know that feeling when things feel off, when your whole world just seem lost, and you can't move or you can't breathe, but you can't figure out how to get things
Remember the day when you played this?
And I've been through it, and I don't speak for money.
That's beautiful.
What I can do is put it in my music. I just want you to sit and listen to it. You can't change your mistakes, but you can make up for them in a better ways. Hope things change. I know you can't trust, I know you can't love, and I know there's someone and it feels like they're just. Maybe you just need a hug, maybe you just need a nudge. Maybe there's someone, somebody that'll probably show you love, somebody that'll never give up. How could you? How could you change?
Is that right? It did. Absolutely.
How could you just change on me? Why can't you just wait on me? Bitch, you did me wrong. Change on me. How could you just change on me? Why can't you just wait on me? Bitch, you did me wrong. I'm next up. I'm here telling you that I'm blessed up. You're stuck in a crib, I can't rest up. I was on my phone, I ain't letting up. But I ain't got no more people. Everybody switching up. I ain't switching, everybody nervous, huh? Fingers at your body's getting in the ground. You my friend, but you steady stressing what?
All right. That was
Jacobin with Change on Me. A very, very touching song, in my opinion. I'll let you review first, Mom.
Okay, yes, because my engines are going, so I really want to get it out. I really appreciate that you gave me the floor.
First, Mom.
Yeah.
Ladies first, lady love.
But no, Change on Me. I liked how he started off just really going into what he wanted, you know, and a lot of times we don't really say what we want and how we want things to be. We're always waiting to be told what to do. You go with me. A lot of times you're waiting for someone to tell you what to do instead of you really paying attention. You know, the beautiful thing is that Jacobin asked. He asked for you to pay attention, you know, and expected you to pay attention. That's real. That's real. And once he saw, while he was going through his process of life, process of development, process of growing, the person who he is relating to didn't want to wait for that. Didn't want to wait for him. Do we all get in situations where we're so used to asking for you to pay attention, and then you wait for a response from the person who you're connected with or who you assume you're connected with, and they're not responding? Do you sit there? Do you wait? You know, so it was like a catch-22, because it was like they were there, but then they weren't there.
Right.
You know, they were there, but then it was like, okay, well, whatever happened. You know what I mean? But I love that he asked. So where do we get, or what happened in between the journey though? You know, was there? It's a lot. It's a lot to really think about in that song to me.
It is. I like how he kind of set the tone and set the scene for you to understand basically where he coming from, and why this is so important to him. Like, he really set up a whole story
script
for you to understand this whole song.
Short story,
yeah,
literally.
It was a very short story, and then he brought it to you at the end, like what she really did to me, or what really happened after, I shower her with love and show her how much I care. It was still no reciprocity. It was no you showing me that back. All you did was took my love and changed on me.
Mm-hmm. And then I think maybe she didn't want to wait for him to develop in his process.
Right, that's possible. Or she probably wasn't even ready for that.
Probably wasn't ready. Does that make it wrong for her or him? You know, because we can speak in a open,
in the perspective
context.
of the person that was technically wronged, of course it's gonna feel wrong. Like
I like
I'm
when you say
expecting
technically wrong. The person that was technically wronged.
Yeah, because they feel like, oh wow, this person just like took everything that I gave to them and just said, F it, I don't care about what you're doing. But that's probably not the case in the other person's shoes. They probably like, wow, this person here is like showing me so much of something that I have never gotten before.
Yep, you never know what she was thinking.
I don't even know what to do with this. I don't even understand what I'm supposed to do next. I need to figure this out for myself.
Sometimes it could be that they feel like they gave their all.
Yeah, that's
maybe they feel like they gave all they could give.
If they gave, like, you don't know.
Baby,
you don't know.
People give what they give right where they at. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to take you all somewhere. People will give what they can give where they are. Just because you're like a big old gallon, well, I'm going to give you this. You got a person that can give so much, like you got a gallon of milk. What about somebody that got a 5 liter or 5 gallon? We'll do that. A gallon, 5 gallon. The person with the gallon just pour all that gallon in your 5 gallon. You ain't gonna feel like you had what that 1 gallon gonna do to that 5 gallon. That 5 gallon can have so much.
Right.
But that 1 gallon feel like they have so much because they did, because that's where they are.
And then you got you a little milk carton that you get from the school lunches.
Then you got
and they come around trying to pour their little something inside, helping out.
Or even that 5 gallon trying to help that little carton of milk and pour all that. They drowning.
Right.
It's too much.
That's too much. They thinking, oh yeah,
even
you need a lot more milk. You need a lot more.
Even the half gallon.
Mm-hmm.
We're drying that little pipe.
Thinking they need it.
Mm-hmm. So now we need to be thinking a different perspective. This song really took us somewhere. Come on, Change on Me.
Definitely.
I like
that
the
song though, as far as the the ratings go, we do have to give a rating to every song we review. That is the purpose of the review. If you guys are unfamiliar with how the review process goes, we rate each song on a scale of 0 to 30. Now, the 30s are broken down. The 30 is breaking down into 3 categories.
3 categories.
Out of 10.
Out of 10
points per category.
So
the categories are feel, beat, and the mixing.
And mix.
Now, if it's a video, that'll add an extra 10 points to the 30, which will make it 40. Now, there are no videos currently, so far the songs are out of 30. And in this particular case, you guys will get to see a live example with Change on Me, which will be our first review of the night.
Yes.
Me personally, I give the feel a 10. Great atmosphere for the song. Of course, the beat played a big part of that feel, and the beat also gets a 10 from me. I love the beat. Absolutely love the beat. And the mixing, it did need a slight bit of work as far as his levels. His voice was a little bit overpowering on the beat.
On a beat.
Yeah, yes, it was in some areas. So, as far as everything else, I liked how it was blended. I liked how his background vocals was tied in well with the main vocals. I just think his main vocals were a little bit too loud. So I'll give the mixing a 9. That'll give it 29 out of 30. Yeah, that's like an F minus for real. You need to do some work on that song, Jacobin. No cap.
Like it. I can second that. The levels. So the mixing is so important. You can have a really good song, but if your mixing isn't at par, it could really distract you. It can distract the listener.
Yeah.
To focus in on.
And they're listening to the
they're
problems.
listening to like what they're like. Dang, did they? And then you just missed the whole song. You know, so yeah, it's important, and this is what we do. So if you're just joining, just like Hitman E said, this is what we do. We review music. We review songs that are submitted to us. As us being artists, we also love to hear what you give too. And then what we like to do is compare and contrast. We also work on our music because we hear some things that you all may elaborate on. So that's why we want to hear your feedback.
Definitely.
But we take in perspective that there are artists out here that want us to review what they have so that they can hear what they need to work on, and we do the same. The more that we hear artists, the more that we hear ourselves, we'll say, wow, that's something I could work on mine. I remember hearing my song last week or yesterday or whenever the day was. And I need to do a little bit of mixing, or my beat sounds a little off, or it's a learning opportunity. So this is basically a student-teacher relationship. This is a learning and developing show, which is so awesome. But we get to also elaborate on what your storyline is. So that's another plus to what Hitman E and I do. And as me being Hitman E's mom and Hitman E is my son, we vibe off of each other and we give that love to you. Hitman E is
great.
Isn't it great? It's so great. It's so great. He's such a technical analysis and has so much wisdom on the logistics of music. My analysis, I love the feel of it, so I can really, really grab and take in depth what I feel from it, and really elaborating, really connect with you there. So that's all I have for that. So either way,
definitely. And if you guys are just now
visit me right on my I'm like, it's not moving.
Can you get off of my face, please?
You move.
If y'all just now tuning in, though, you are watching the Lady Love and Hitman E Underground Music Review Show, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and any other top social media platforms you can get your hands on.
Yes.
Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, follow, do all that so we can get that engagement and that we can engage back with you guys. We love to hear y'all feedback.
Please,
we love to know what y'all think about the music that y'all listening to. If it's y'all music, we love to know what y'all think of the review.
Absolutely.
As we know, these reviews are strictly for entertainment purposes. And thank you guys for tuning in to WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest radio station in the world.
And guess what? At 6:45, we are opening up the line. So if you would like to call to connect with us, if you have any questions, if you want to chime in, you can call 313-355-6018. That is area code 313-355-6018. And we would love to hear from you. Also, follow us on our social media pages. You can follow me on Lady Love Music on Facebook. Lady Love is one word, and it is a registered trademark. Lady Love, and music is the second word. But you can follow me on YouTube and Facebook using those same credentials. We would love to hear from you. If you would like to email me personally, you can email me at ladyLove@ladylovemusic.com. That is ladyLove@ladylovemusic.com. You can also visit me on my website, ladylovemusic.com.
That's so professional.
Isn't it professional?
You guys can follow me at MV Hitman on all platforms. Yeah, Mom, you hit that note. You should be in the opera.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He was just saying, baby. Go ahead and do yours.
Y'all can follow me anywhere at MV Hitman. Very simple, MV Hitman.
So that's M like Mary, V like Victor?
Yes, MV Hitman. You want to let them know some more of the tea that you have?
No, let's move into the next song. We got the next song coming up.
Okay.
And then we'll go back. So the tea that I just gave, that was the tea. So the next one we'll do.
Some more tea. Some more tea. Okay,
we'll give some more tea.
So next up we got Love Letter to Her Part 2.
Love Letter to Her Part 2.
By Shaquille Sunflower.
By Shaquille Sunflower. Sunflower. I love sunflowers. So what do you think about me being an executive producer here?
I think let's see how it goes.
that you remember, but you broke the promise. If you're not getting no better, I'll be writing letters. Do you love me? Let's be honest. We're not together, but I cannot let you go. I'm trying to go beyond this. Know that you're better than ever. You shine like no other. Can't take this. I'll take this. I know this was forever. Know that you remember, but you broke the promise. If you're not getting no better, I'll be writing letters. Do you love me? Let's be honest. We're together, but I cannot let you go. I'm trying to go beyond this. Know that you're better than ever. You shine like no other. Can't take this. I'll take this. Shit is real. It's a lot of my mental. It get real. A lot of shit that I've been through. Popping pills, turn it into a century. I can't feel a lot of shit without you. Crazy, you know me. I done it myself. I did this all, but I had your help. Man that I am. I know that you feel. Man, I hope that you feel. Rocks in the pain, what you talking about? If it ain't money, then what is you talking about? Let me to die, I had to go walk it out. I was that city, in case it won't fuck it out. When you're thinking, I hope you remember me. Man, I don't want to be enemies. You do what you want, I go buy a jet. Bitches ain't cause you been doing that. Been doing that though. You the shit and I only saw facts though. Know you with it, you gon' throw it back, whoa. These bitches gon' hate it in the chat now. Working on yourself, praying for your health. Wishing you the best, wishing you the best. Perfect little self, never need no help. You always pass my test. Let's go. I said this was forever, know that you remember, but you broke the promise. If you're not getting no better, I'll be writing letters. Do you love me? Let's be honest. We're not together, but I cannot let you go. I'm trying to go beyond this. Know that you're better than ever. You shine like no other. Can't take this. I'll take this. I said this was forever, know that you remember, but you broke the promise. If you're not getting no better, I'll be writing letters. Do you love me? Let's be honest. We're not together, but I cannot let you go. I'm trying to go beyond this. Know that you're better than ever. You shine like no other. Can't take this. I'll take this.
That was Love Letter to Her Part 2 by Shaquille Sunflower. Very, very, very nice song on the album. I think it's called X. Man, that was 2 years ago. Wow. I feel like his sound has probably been changed a lot in those 2 years. Doesn't even
I
feel
can't
like
really
that
hear
long.
you.
You can't hear me?
No.
Oh, it's because I'm talking into the mic, y'all. I'm sorry. But yeah, like I was saying, this song was dropped 2 years ago by Shaquille Sunflower. I feel like his sound has changed a lot in those 2 years
Okay.
since this song was dropped. But
So you heard some more music that he has?
I actually haven't. This is the last thing he has dropped, actually released. But I know that he still works on music, just like me. I haven't dropped anything since 2021, January 1st, 2021.
Oh, I remember that day. I
But-
remember that day. It dropped as soon as the ball dropped.
Right.
That was so cool.
It was dope. It was
Yes,
dope.
I was. I was waiting for it. They would not let me hear anything.
Not
How
one
they gonna
song.
let me hear not a vamp, nothing,
Not
no
one
hook.
song to the album released. But it's just like with that, this album came out that year as well. Probably 2-3 months after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for a fact that my sound has changed dramatically
Yeah.
since
yeah,
that.
You have.
I mean, I ain't gonna say dramatically.
It has
Because,
changed.
it has changed. But the year that I dropped that album, I was coming into the sound that I am now. So it was a big change, but it wasn't like a crazy change. It was just a coming into who I am now today. But
What do you think?
not about me. This not about me. This about Love Letter to Her by Shaquille Sunflower.
Yes.
So I am going to give the review that I thought of this song. As far as the feel, I give it a 10. I like how he was basically explaining how he felt about the breakup that he had to endure with this woman.
I like the openness.
Yeah, he was very open about it. He put everything out into this. The beat was very dope. I do like the beat. Oh, the feel is a 10. Of course, if I didn't say that. The beat was a 10 as well. Now the mixing though, the mixing needed a lot of work in my opinion. As far as the clarity of his voice, I think he had a good mic. I think he had a lot of effects on there that kind of hindered him though, and made him sound like muddled, very muddy, and you couldn't really, if you was listening, you could make it out. But I feel like, you know, the way y'all hear us, how y'all hear the music, I don't know. We gonna listen again, but if you was listening, you can hear the words he said. You can make out what he's saying for sure. But if it's just like playing and you like, you know, half in, half out, you gotta really tune in to listen and understand everything he's saying. And I feel like that's kind of a issue.
It's distracting.
Yeah, like it. You don't want to have to force yourself to hear him. You know, you want it to be able to just be heard. And with that being said, I do say his mixing, I will give it like a 6. Only because the auto tune was messing up a little bit too. It was a little too strong in some areas. And that's really it. Just the clarity of his voice and the auto tune. I feel like the levels was good. The auto tune, not the auto tune. The ad lib levels was good as well. I just think that the volume, the clarity of his voice and the auto tune was just the only two issues. So yeah, 6, 26 out of 30. What you think, Mom? Lady Love, the gorgeous Lady Love.
Well, I appreciate it. Ooh, yay! Yeah, that means Lady Love making chime in, huh? So yeah, I second that. I second that. It's imperative to be able to hear you. You know, you want to be able to hear your artist. You know, but what I appreciate is that his openness. You know, and I was talking today regarding, you know, being open. When you are vulnerable, it's actually a very fragile state. It's a very fragile state when you're vulnerable, but it's a confident state because you don't mind being vulnerable. Right. Like you said, okay, I don't mind giving you this. I'm going to express this because I went through this and I really need to get this out of me because I'm ready to get this out. Obviously, a person will hold something in, gone through something, developed in something, and ready to just let go. Fact. Ready to just give it out. You know, it's like, I don't care. I'm done. Whatever. Here. This is me. This is what I got. Take it or leave it. You know. But to be open is to be committed. And what I mean by that, you are committing to yourself now. You know, but even in the commitment, there's protection. So then you have your openness, and we can use a analogy for football, right? Openness, offense. You know, protection, because you're committed to you being open, you got to defend yourself. Now, he wrote a love letter to his love. You know, I need, you know, I'm this is where I'm at. But he's giving himself, but he's still in a protective mode because he just laid it all out on the line. You know, and it's a good thing because now you can really grow and fly high. You know, remember how to stay open, but also know how to protect yourself and stay firm to what you believe. I'm working on that. You know, I can be very open, but I can be very defensive too. Like, it's like hot and cold. I'm learning to fuse it together and learn how to be open and communicate and learn who to connect to and learn how to connect with them. You know, and that's a process. That's something that you'll learn every day of your life. And with his song, he's ready. You know, he's committed to himself right now. You know, and that's what you need to do, because how can you commit to somebody and you didn't even learn how to commit to you? You didn't learn all about you yet. You know, everybody want to tag on. Come here, give me, mine, what it? No, you really going to a defense. That person is about to say, back up, bro or ma'am. You know, But when you learn how to communicate, learn where and learn when and learn who and learn what, how to maneuver, you learn to really even develop your relationship with yourself more, so you can develop relationships outside of yourself. Having that letter, having that sense of connection, for him to be able to even give a letter of love, no matter what it sound like, that was his first step, and I love it. So keep it the good work. Yeah, I really went. I took it.
Great work, Shaquille.
I took it.
Sunflower.
Great work, Sunflower. We want to hear more. I love your name.
Can't wait to hear more.
The Sunflower. Tell us how you got that name. Tell us why you chose that. We would like to hear. If you're chiming in, if you're listening, we would like to hear where you got your name from and why you chose that. Okay, moving to the next artist.
Think you like the tallest flower in the garden.
He's Shaq.
He don't want that rose above.
Look, I do that.
I'll take that.
I'll take it.
All these songs from 2 years ago. What is going on?
So we got another one from. Okay, come on.
Next up, we got Pharaoh and Warning.
Pharaoh and Warning. Like it up, heart it up, and like it up, y'all. Heart it up and like it up.
Like it up, everybody.
Heart it up and like it up. Pharaoh and Warning.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Hey yo, Boker, fuck 'em up.
This ain't no gimmick or that spinach, Bruno. I'm strong in my pop eyes. On a mission, when I'm finished, I'll be in the top 5. I'm a hot guy like the summer when the sunrise. Duffel bag demon, my ego big as my gun size. If I let it off, this shit gon' hit more than one guy. Have a little crazy bitch burn your crib down like left eye. They hating cause I'm kicking this shit like I came from that side. Niggas screaming beat till I'm soaring at them like the red eye. Red tails, you better look alive or you a dead guy. Buzz so big, I probably can get the fence high. 6 cents, cause all I can see is dead guys. Just so you get the picture clear, nigga, I left the rest high. To clarify, you're not welcome, my spot solidified. Battle cries keep multiplying, getting intensified. Took many lives with this katana, boy, I'm a samurai. Every last ball filled with venom, just like the polar strike. A nightmare, titties, whack MCs call me the poltergeist. Wish you was not betting your pennies that you was half as nice. Couldn't even be hot as me if you birthed in the afterlife. Battery in your back, always knew you was the adaptive type. Whoever told you to go at me gave you some bad advice. Snapping like you out, eat bones and they ain't rapping right. I put the gas down and you sparking, I watch the flame ignite. I was gonna kill this nigga like it was prophesied.
Close my eyes on the rap, I feel like the orphaness. Going to destroy shit, take notice, we different courses. I have voices in my head that say split a shit like divorces. I should talk in niggas, promise I'm coming for what you want, we got me never forfeit. No, they doubt but I came to bring the pain, the vicious method in my brain is moving from the can of pain. I had to get it from, it was get it done. Don't wish for change, I make the way you happen to follow up, only do shit. Let's get to some things that would do you wrong, then abuse your name. I rule the day I reach out to some of you, I should've let you hang. I gotta lose the cape, it's keeping me down, I'll move away. Unless it's greatest thinking, motherfucker, I can move the grave before the sake. But you to yourself, you couldn't duplicate. You thought you could escape, but you caught a few as you recuperate. You got a stupid name, red jacket, you getting screwed today. I don't do the things, I'd rather pull up, call the root of things. Know to paint a picture, I'm the bitch, you on the nasty chip, you pass a bitch. I take away your passion when I rap like this is immaculate. You said that cause I rap, I think it's lacking it. I'm spazzing as well, he's just there. Bag of chips is nothing I can eat on my cheat up like it was feeders in my way. And now the future don't matter cause niggas see through, I'm a spectacle. You know how I do this like my true Pichu. I can reach you if you willing to listen, I want to teach you. If you act like I'm beneath you, I'll show you how fast the tables turn, I make it burn. Spazzing on these tags, it's a kill confirm, I shake it firm. That's how I know that she was a slimy worm, I shake her. Know what I'm capable of, don't make it worse.
That was Warning by Pharaoh. Man, that was a lot to take in.
That was a lot. And you had to, this is a song that you have to
piece
play.
By piece. Yeah,
yes, you got to play this a few times. No, several times.
By piece this.
But what I grabbed from Pharaoh, is value. Understand your value.
Facts.
You know, I'm like a spectacle. You could see it takes some very very, very precise focus to see him, and also wisdom to understand him. And if you don't get it, then move along. You know, right now, my warning to you is this is where I am. I know myself. I hope you know yourself so we can get to know each other, because if you don't know yourself, you might want to, you know, travel a different road.
Definitely.
You want to keep pushing, because I don't have time. I am in an offensive and a defensive mode, and I'm ready to strike. You know, I'm ready to strike. You know, I'm coming with my samurai. He already told you.
Facts.
You know, because we have to live in the mindset like we have to protect us. You know, right now it sounds like he's more in the defensive stage of protection, and sometimes you have to get there. You have to go there. Yes, you got to learn offensive, because you got to be open to
a good offense
develop.
is a good defense.
Absolutely, you got to learn to develop. But when somebody's in pain, and when you've been hurt, and when you've been taken advantage of, and when you don't when you have learned and you develop a habit to always fight, that's where you will be. When you developed a habit to always fight and be at war, that's where a person will be. But when you learn to develop a new habit to come out of war and go into love, that's when you can open up and blossom, but also be protective and protecting. Have you ever seen those flowers that just open up and then close up when they need to protect themselves? Or turtle that goes out and then goes into a shell when he knows he needs to, but he still wants to come out because I need some sun.
Right.
You know, I need to love. I need to love. You know, so I picked up, you know, understanding your value, but protect where and who you are in that. And also a very strong defensive state of mind with this brother. That's what I get. I like this song. I give it a 30. I really do. I like the feel beat, and I like his mix. His vocals were strong, but it's okay because it reminded me of Nas. Nas comes strong like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely.
So you good because of the deliverance. It's gonna come out like that.
Yeah, the way you deliver it do give you a more, you know, the back in the day rap, and that type of rap. It needed to overpower the beat in a way. That's how it blended. So yeah, for sure your mixing was on point in this one. I feel like that's why the beat was so simple. Cause in my opinion, I liked the beat, but I didn't feel like it was enough substance for the way you were rapping. Like the beat needed to kind of bring that
bring
diversity.
His message to life.
Yeah, it was like it needed to bring that diversity for the story you was telling.
His line.
Your lines, the way you was delivering your song, it was like the words you was saying, the lines you were dropping, it had a lot of imagery, and the beat was like a beat that you were like having a background or something, like simple, like. I can't really explain this. It's like,
I see what you're saying. You needed his beat to complement his message.
Basically, yeah, your beat needed to match what you were saying a lot more. It was like a poetry beat, but at first it started off perfect. The beat was perfect for you, but you know, it seemed like you had like 3 songs in here, and your second verse and your third verse
to match each level that you
every
rose
level that you
to.
took to. Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
But the beat stayed the same.
Absolutely,
You know?
I love that.
And so that's my only thing for this. Like the mixing was a 10 for sure. I know I'm off track.
No, you're not.
But you know, like how I do.
You're not off track. You're going.
Mix.
I do.
You know, I'm going in a different direction. But either way it go, you know, your mixing was a 10 for sure. I would probably say lower your volumes up a little bit, but you didn't need to. The beat, I would give that a 6 because in the beginning it was perfect, but it didn't change up at all, and it didn't switch up at all, and it kind of made your song sound very cohesive, like it just was like turning into like one big jumble. And if you wasn't listening to your words, it would just sound like talking. If people not listening to what you saying for real, they just gonna hear rap. They not gonna hear
If they just hear
what
the
you
sound.
saying. They just
Yeah.
gonna hear, oh, this man rapping,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then that's it. But if the beat kinda, oh my goodness, if the beat kinda flipped up a little bit, switched up some, gave it some more substance with your lyrics,
Context.
it would have been perfect.
Yep.
Perfect 30.
I loved it though, but I'm very, very seconding. I second
Yeah.
what you're saying.
I loved it because I listened to what you were saying. That's the
Yeah.
only reason I feel like, this song was so dope. But as far as feedback goes, and as far as you taking it to the next level, that's what you will have. I feel like you should do.
Yep.
Just bring more substance with your beats, and just
Break it down.
break it down. Yeah, literally. Like, it seemed like you had this mug like this. You feel me? And you just spitting the whole way through. It don't matter what you was reading
You
off
was flowing.
of. Yeah, you was flowing, just going
And that's
straight
good.
the whole way through. I would just say break it down a little bit. Get them time to digest just a little bit. You ain't gotta take your foot off their necks for real. But just give them a little bit of time to take in what you're saying, and then keep going, keep giving it to them.
I love that. That's good.
And then your
We're
the
gonna
feel
open up
is
the lines.
definitely a
too.
10 for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
lines are open.
Lines are open, y'all. Lines are
And if you guys are
open.
just now tuning in, you are watching the Lady Loving Hitman E Underground Music Review Show on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and any other social media platform you can get your hands on.
Yes.
Please make sure you guys engage with us so we can engage right back with you guys.
Absolutely.
Continue to give y'all the best feedback. And thank you guys for tuning in to the best, the coolest, the livest radio station in the world.
Yep. And if you're listening in your car, turn on to WJZZ Cool TV on satellite. We have it broadcasted on satellite radio. You have that opportunity. If you're not at home, if you can't log in, if you want to be safe and say, you know what, I don't want to get on my phone. Hey, log into satellite radio. But it's the lines are open 313-355-6018. We would love to hear from you. It also helps the algorithm of the company. So when you like, when you engage, when you follow, when you share, it helps us to continue to keep our show going. Helps
Push
the
y'all.
guests to continue to come into the show so that not only are you being promoted, but the guests are being promoted. We have featured artists coming. We can keep it going. So we would love to hear your feedback. Also, if you would love to donate to our cause to connect with the world, Nicolette Nicola, NICOLETTE, NICOLA on Cash App. I would love to connect with you and receive your donation to continue our cause. And Hitman E, would you mind giving the family your credentials so that they can donate to the cause?
Oh, y'all got them. NICOLETTE, NICOLA.
Absolutely.
The dollar sign before that.
Yes.
And perfect. That'll be very, very much appreciated. Did you have any more?
I
tea
do.
to
We
give?
have tea to
Before
give. We
we
have tea to
open
give.
the door.
So we're going to be doing a spectacular show. The show is at DRMM, the DRMM Banquet Hall. The address is 3606 East Forest Street in Detroit, Michigan. And this will be on December 17th. It starts at 8 p.m. from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. Now, this is going to be a spectacular show. This is the Priscilla Price and Friends, including yours truly, Lady Love. I will be performing, bringing my band, and it's going to be a spectacular show. The tickets are $25. We love your support. $25 $25 includes fun, dancing, food. You don't have to bring anything but you and ready to have a ball for the holiday season. So bring your groups, bring your family, bring your friends. If you're looking for something to do the week before Christmas, you know, you guys might be traveling for Christmas and you want to do something before you go away, you can come and have a ball with your girl. We're going to have a lot of people there, a lot of fun, and we would love to see you there. The tickets are $25, so you can reach out to the station if you have any questions. You can also email me at ladylovemusic.com. That is LADYLOVE at ladylovemusic.com for more inquiries. Also, just call into the station and we will guide you in the right direction. So, moving into our next song, we're going to play a song because we don't have any callers, so we can just move along.
Okie dokie. Well, next up we have Running the Block by FaZe featuring Remember Prada.
Running the Block by FaZe featuring Remember Prada. Remember Prada.
Shell catching the stock, see the phone to the cops. If I was a shot, I've been running the block. I've been running the block. I've been running the block. Shell catching the stock, see the niggas got locks. Put your ass in the box. I've been running the block. I've been running the block. Hey, Medical real big. You should see how I live. Face gets kids, all the long coast crib, so icy I slid, dick in the ribs, see them talk to the pigs, shots, you niggas up, you niggas up, what the fuck, I keep a nigga just chillin' in the gut, RBG, my niggas with me, I know they pulling up, gang gang, we bang bang, and you know they give a fuck, running it up, Team of Daniel, who was with another man, Big Dog, pulled the trigger, AVD identified them as members of the gang, Sex, Money, Murder, or Mob, who retaliated against Tyson when he said he wanted to shell catching the stock, see the phone to the cops, fuck if I was a shot, I've been running the block, I've been running the block.
That was FaZe featuring Remember Prada and Running a Block. That was the second song he submitted. I wanted to play that one first because it was a lot shorter. But in my opinion, I do feel like that song is an upgrade compared to the first song he sent in, only because the mixing quality got way better. I did not let you guys hear the first song yet. If we got time, of course I will. But I wanted to let you guys hear that one as a better, better showcase.
Updated.
Yeah, it's more updated. It's a better showcase. Does
And I like the sound of his delivery. He has like a raspy. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like real distinct. You know how like
Very
Future
distinct.
got his own sound. You will know Future from a mile away, whatever. You will know that's him.
Yeah.
FaZe got his own distinct sound as well. You guys will know a lot more about him in the future. I work very closely with him, considering I was a very, very, very close friend of his son's, his late son, of course. Rest in peace. Remember Prada. But with that being said, y'all gonna learn a lot more about him. Y'all gonna see more about him, especially in my upcoming musical journey. He gonna be a very close part of that. With that song specifically, I love the mixing on it because, as with Shaquille's Sunflower song, they used to use the same effects. So how clear that song is, that is a testament to the quality of how their music is now. So with the mixing of the last song that we just played, 10 for sure.
Definite upgrade.
It was a clear, crisp sound. You heard everything pristine. The ad-libs sounded good. Even the little news clip they threw in there sounded good.
I love it.
Like it all sounded clear.
It brought you to the future. It brought you to what's going on right now. I'm running
like
the block.
Current song.
I'm trying to get my money. This is what I have to do right now. This is what I have to do. This is what I've been doing. And it sounds like this is what I'm going to continue to do because this is how we get it. This is how we live.
If it ain't broke, don't fix
it. It's just a testament of where a person is at the moment.
Definitely.
And where a person is at the moment, he's able to connect with that place and express it. Art is a beautiful thing to be able to express where you are. It's no, you can't do that or you shouldn't say this. Where are you? Why can't I say what I feel where I am? This is what I've been taught. I don't know nothing else. Then it's like, okay, if a person is, phase to phase and his people are there, we are to learn to respect people where they are. We are to learn to respect what's happening. You respect someone's decisions, even though you may not like their decision. You respect the person because that's what they chose to do. Now, what a person chooses, that's what they choose. And they're able to give all they got. And we respect a person giving all they got. I respect that I give all I got. Hitman E respect that he give all he got. And we love hearing the journey and the progress of an artist, of a soul, of a being that has been giving the opportunities to give what they got.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
I love just, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm at, and this is what I need to get done. And I respect that. That's all I got.
What would you rate them, man?
What would I rate? So the feel of that, I'm running the block. That's well, let me do beat. I like the beat. I like his mixing. Definite phenomenal upgrade.
Yeah, that was
The
definite
feel for me, a feeling. So when I'm feeling, I can't stand you.
Okay. Okay.
I'm so mad at you. Stop. No. Oh. So my feel for this song, I really don't connect to, and I got to be me. This is my artistry. I really don't connect to running blocks. That has not been my ministry yet.
Okay.
I haven't been able to learn.
I can't let y'all,
I have not been able to learn how to say I like running the block.
I ain't been.
But with I'm not going to say that the feeling, I didn't feel it.
Yeah,
I felt his words.
Right, how
I felt
put it
his
in a
delivery.
very great description.
So how he delivered definitely was a 10. But like I gave you all the synopsis and the genre of me, of Lady Love, I like to be able to connect to everything. So I am learning how to be able to connect with running the block. Now, my connection may not be how you connect it.
Right.
What I connect to is being able to do what you need to do and respect that you make a choice. That's where I'm at. So.
Right. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to
Thank
the
you.
Lady Love and Hitman E Underground Music Review Show, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and all social media platforms that you can get your hands on. Thank you guys for watching.
It's been
on
a
the
pleasure.
Coolest TV and radio station in the world.
In the world. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you next week at 6 o'clock p.m. Be
6
there.
o'clock, baby.
It's 6 o'clock.